MEM Super School of Engineering, Department of EEE, online classes, subject Digital Logic Circuits, unit number 3. That is synchronous sequential circuits. So last class we discussed with the counters types. That is asynchronous sequential counter we discussed. Now we are going to discuss about synchronous sequential circuit. This is the simple way of execution of counters. So a sequential circuit that goes through the prescribed sequence of states upon the application of clock pulse is called a counter. The input pulses are called count pulses, may be clock pulses or other, or they may originate from an external source or occur at prescribed intervals or at a random. So in a counter, the sequence of states may follow binary count or any other sequence. So counters are found in almost all equipment containing digital systems. So this is the binary basic counter. A counter that follows the binary sequence is called a binary counter. An n-bit binary counter consists of n flip-flops and can count in binary form 0 to 2 power n minus 1. Okay. So for example, binary counter for 2 digit is also follows the present state and next state. So first you have to first initially it will be 0. After first clock pulse it will goes to the 0 1. So after first clock pulse it will goes to the 1 0. Next clock pulse it will goes to the 1 1. So next clock pulse it will goes to the 0 0. Finally you will get the initial condition. Then after clock pulse it will be again started with the 0 0 0 1. That is the concept of up counter. So down counter means reverse operation. 1 1 then 1 0 then 0 1, like that it will be defined. So this is the example of a binary counter and its stable state. Okay. So present state will be 0 0. So present state will be 0 0. So if input is 0, output is next state. If present state 0 0, if input is 1 means output will be 1 1. Okay, this is the concept of a binary counter and its stable. Application of counters. So some of the application of counters in a sequential circuits are follows: to count the number of occurrence, generating timing sequence, count up or down, increment or down decrement count, sequence events, divide frequency, address memory as temporary memory. So counters are divided in two categories. These are synchronous ripple counter. The first flip-flop is clocked by the external clock pulse, and then each successive flip-flop is clocked by the Q or Q dash output of the previous flip-flop. So synchronous counter, all memory elements are simultaneously triggered by the same clock pulses. So apart from this two, we have a different kind of counters, that is ring counter, Johnson counter, decade counter, and upturn counter. Asynchronous counter already we discussed. This is the synchronous counter. To eliminate the ripple effects, use a common clock pulse for each flip-flop and a combination circuit to generate the next state. Okay, this is the synchronous example. So to eliminate the ripple effects, use a common clock pulse for each flip-flop and a combination circuit to generate the next state. Hence, the counter in which all the flip-flops are provided with a clock pulse simultaneously are called the synchronous counter. So synchronous counter may be of the following types. One is up counter, another one is down counter. So synchronous counter, that is the internal detail, that is incrementer. So internal logic XOR complements each bit. Unchained causes complement of a bit if all bits towards LSB from it's equal to 1. So count enable forces all output of unchained to 0 to hold the state. Next one is carry out, that is added as a part of incrementer. Next one is connect to count enable of additional 4-bit counters to form larger counters. So there is a design example of a synchronous BCD counter. Use the synchronous logic model to design a synchronous BCD with the D flip-flops. Okay, the states from, so current state 0 to up to 1001. So after that it will be a 0 condition. Okay, after 9 it will be a 0 conditions. First you need to define the values. Okay, first you need to know the K-map define. Using K-map we can define the value, that is for 1 for Q8, that is D8 means it will be having some value. Okay, first you have to define the values, then you have to define the present state and next state, then you have to define the unused states. So like that you have to define the don't care also, then other possibility and this process. Okay, so these are the consideration we need to define. Okay, so this is another example. So that is a synchronous parallel counter. The flip-flops are clocked at the same time by the common clock pulse. We can design this counter using the sequential logic design process. Okay, there is example 2-bit synchronous binary counter using the T flip-flop and the JK flip-flop. So this is the concept. Using here JK flip-flop we using. So that is present state and next state we can derive from the what from the condition, where 0 0 means that next state will be 0 1, 1 0 means next state will be 1 1, like that we define. Using this we can define the flip-flop input using the excitation table of JK flip-flop. Okay, for 0 0 if there is no change, so what is the input, like that you need to define. So after that you have to calculate the characteristics equation. So like that here we have, okay, here they are using the different input, that is a 3-bit synchronous counter. That is a diagram for the 3-bit synchronous counter from the diagram using the JK flip-flop. This is the example of 4-bit synchronous binary counter. So see this. Here we have 4 output. So first initially we have T0 is equal to 1. So we are connected with the logic one. That means generally connected with the power supply. So second one and third one connected with the AND gate. So you can depend. So mainly is the concept. So which clock we are used. So clock pulses, all the clock pulses given to the all the flip-flops. If every one clock pulse enabled, so 4 flip-flop will also enabled at the time. Okay. Synchronous decade or BCD counter is another example. Up down counter, using this concept we can use the up down counter also. A bidirectional counter that is capable of counting either up or down. An input line up down counter will specify the direction of counting, that is up or down will be 1 means count will be upward, if 0 means count will be downward. So this is the procedure. So this is the single 3-bit gray code counter. Okay, this is a synchronous. So mainly when you design a synchronous counter, you have to define the common clock pulse for this one. This is the first step. Then second one, you have to define the present state, next state, then compare with the excitation table. Using excitation table, we can get the output. Okay, using the K-map, we can get the equations. After equation, you can draw the logic diagram using the flip-flops. Okay, thank you. So next class, we will see the different counters apart from the synchronous and asynchronous counters.